Hey,
Oh, and it's Aurelia.
this
That's
this
a
looks bad for Odyssey. I have to Hmm.
no. You don't understand. They just how can they die when they have Kindred ult and Seraphine?
Hmm. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. The Ziggs though into the Jarvan Swain.
Yeah, that seems like he might die to ganks if Aurelia can just
Yeah,
annihilate this.
yeah. But we do get into game in the end. I don't think either team will be going for anything early game. One thing though, with the two infinite scaling champs, the Swain and the Senna, I think if this game goes on too long, it looks very very rough for for Odyssey.
Uh, yeah, that is true. But I think in the mid game they actually have a better team for fighting if they're
Yeah,
not
yeah, I
behind.
can see it.
Because I feel like Kindred can really just start doing stuff. Okay, let's see how the jungle's buffing. Jungle was starting top side, which or maybe he's just hovering.
The trend, generally speaking, has been to start top
Yeah,
side and run straight into bot side. But these are two
I think
teams where you could definitely make an argument for the opposite.
depending on what communicate, I feel like maybe red side Java should just do like 3 camp stop and just look top,
Yeah,
maybe mid, and then just go bot.
yeah, because
I feel like
This Nara is going to naturally end up pushing the wave.
yeah, I feel like Maokai should just do like either 5 camp or 6 camp into top and just tell Rack please don't die level 3.
Mm, yeah, yeah. The catch actually
Went
opting for a
for
Doran's
Doran's
ring
ring.
start.
He is
I think
cooking,
he
man.
might Mark
I
might
feel like
struggle a little bit
the Doran shield
into the
looks
poke.
very useful this game.
The Doran shield looks very very strong in that lane. I was gonna say, but
Yeah, it
I
looks.
digress. I'm not the Kench player.
I've played a few Kench, standard top Kench, but I don't know
Yeah.
his AP ratios on. It's his Q? I don't know what the ratios on it though. They're pretty good, but I don't think they're that good, you know?
Pod, could you restart the screen share in Discord? Because I have no audio. No, I have not. I have not muted your stream, Harry. I'm not that stupid. But I haven't muted it. Anyway, or I
Oh,
think
Aurelia's level 2 and jumping in. Oh,
damage from like 3 auto attacks. Ridiculous.
but the wave is shoving it into Gnaw, so at least it's
Hmm.
favorable. Oh,
Yeah, big damage coming out from the Kindred.
that's an
The
early
Seraphine Q
exhaust.
is doing a lot of damage. Post on truck into a little bit of trouble. Judgy's gonna flash all the way in on top of my Swan, and it's a first blood for Judgy Rocks.
It's a
And
double.
the Odyssey bot lane, the
This
guinea
is
pigs have broken out of their cage already after 2.5 minutes.
this is why you can't be first human test trials, man. You gotta wait for those human
They
trials.
took a risk, and in the first 2 minutes, it's not looking good.
Yeah,
2 kills down. Both the kills did go to the Seraphine, but I think, generally
Seraphine
speaking, Robbie missing
is
the cannon
fine. Yeah,
there. Generally speaking, enchanters, it's not so bad for them to be getting
yeah.
kills.
She can even go like Ryalize early. I mean, Mythic into Ryalize and becomes super useful.
Wibbly, managing to force Ziggs out of lane. Ziggs did up for that tier start, so you're trying to just sit back, stay in lane as long as you can with the extra mana. Jarvan going up towards bot side. His Maokai is sitting on his chickens, but I think the Swain is a little bit too strong to look for anything.
Yeah, I feel like you just kind of ignore mid and just look either bot or top.
This Ziggs having an absolute nightmare in lane.
It's a scaling lane. I feel like once you get Lost Chapter, it's a lot more easier for the Ziggs to do stuff.
Hmm.
You're able to just stand it up.
Seraphine is opting for the Enchanter build. And
Oh,
Swain's gonna flash forward! The auto is not gonna be enough to kill! Robbie, still with a flash of his own and the teleport available. I think the Maokai might be a lot more inclined to look mid now. with the missing flash on the Swain, but big
Yeah.
wave stacking up in bot lane.
Top is also looking pretty bad.
Yeah. Like mid and top look two solo lanes look quite grim for
Maokai is
Odyssey,
coming,
but
so if Narc can buy time, but I don't know how much his stack is on. Oh. You're going in?
that's a big damage from the
Maokai
Cajun already, and the root does land, and it's a third kill on the board, excuse me, for the Odyssey bot lane, and Mark is going to quickly follow.
Oh. This is not looking good.
It's rough. It's rough for
And
the bot lane of Cursed Tides. I think I don't know. Those two 2v2s felt so avoidable.
yeah, the Tomkin, I said Maokai, I said the Tomkin just W'd in afterwards. Like I feel he could have just doubled out and it'd been one kill. There's no need.
Yeah, like with the dash on the Q and the slow and the E, Kindred is
Oh,
impossible to escape. Rack not
yeah.
got quite enough damage to finish off running into that tower, but she might have to
This
recon
is
this
both
wave.
flame and complemented Joji, but I think he's gotten more kills in the first 5 minutes of this game than he did the entire last week.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay. It's all good, it's all good.
He's playing a lot better, I'll give him that.
And Rack finds a little bit of trouble here. That Meganar is available, but Fab level 4.
Oh, but this
Little bit
Maokai
afraid.
needs to come top this wave.
When are you gonna go in? Big damage onto that Meganar. Does have that Vamp Scepter, so she is basically playing as a 6-item champion at this point in the game.
Yeah, that is. Looks like they started trading. Yeah.
The advantage is just growing massively in this bot lane for Odyssey.
It
I
is
think
a
as
campaign.
long as both solo lanes stay safe.
Yeah. The CS leads on the solo lanes are becoming quite.
Yeah, they're getting pretty big now. Especially right now, she's gonna go in. Not gonna have to use his flash to get away. It's not gonna have enough damage to finish him off. Feb was there as well in case he went back in, but the early tabbies for Rack enough to keep him alive for at least a little bit. And when Zig starts stacking AP, this poke really does start to hurt. So
But this Maokai
Bobby might be able to
really
find his
needs
way
to
into this
just come
game.
top
Yeah, he
this
does. He
now.
needs to break this
This
freeze.
is what.
Yeah.
As Rayleigh becomes super strong, she can just probably zone the Kindred and the Seraphine.
Her wave is bigger, and she's already got a double his CS already.
Yeah. But there's always the threat that they can just win a 2v2 top and it just.
Yeah, all of a sudden that big advantage you've spent 8 minutes building in bot lane is already gone. Now all of a sudden, Cursed Tide's bot lane stuck completely under their tower. Crazy damage from those Seraphine Qs.
Chachi is on a mission this week.
You have to remember, so he has barely any AP, but Dusk is here this time. Junna finds himself in a little bit of trouble. Does have to use the flash to get away. Gnarled into the wall. The stun's gonna land, and he's completely locked up, knocked away from his tower too. And Junna is going to fall. Is he? He is, and it's Rack that picks up the 300 gold in the end. A 3-0 with a, I think it's a 2k gold lead. I can't read because of the stream quality. It's a 2k gold lead. Almost
Yeah, I think it's 2K,
at 9 minutes. And this risk they took, leaving the Kindred open in favor of the Malzahar ban, not working out as they might have wanted to.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like as we said in draft, like it didn't feel like they had a good comp even into the Kindred. Like
Yeah. And the Seraphine ult's gonna come in, the Encore, and it's a 4th kill for Judgy Rocks. And if he didn't have more kills than last week before, he definitely does now. And the Scorch is not going to be enough to kill Mark in the end. And it's just another 300 gold given away to Odyssey.
Judgy is on a rampage, man. Why is he so mad? He's hitting everything, just chunking them out.
It's an explosive start to this week for Odyssey. After a bit of a disaster in week 1. Rack But I think over the course of the game, probably once he starts stacking up some armor, we'll find this. We'll find his life gets a little bit easier. Already managing to outkite the Aurelia a little bit.
Depends, but he's probably gonna look. I don't know what does Naga go Black Cleaver or Stride Breaker?
He does. I think he goes Sunder or Stridebreaker, yeah, or something along those
Yeah.
lines.
I feel like if
Those
once Aurelia gets the buff, it's just
those
gonna be so
bruiser
strong.
buffs. Yeah, those bruiser buffs for next patch look interesting.
And
The
what's he?
oh they've most of the bruiser items they've removed a little bit of AD from and given like a lot of
Oh, I
defense
saw
stats
on
in
Spear
return.
Sojourn, yeah.
Yeah, they did it with Goredrinker and Stridebreaker as well.
Yeah.
Whibley, Bull Sending comes out with the ult as well. But Dusk is here and it's a huge damage on that recast in the Swain ult.
Oh, I don't
And
think
Dusk has to flash away as well. And this Swain going to start becoming a problem. A win con appears. Chris Tides. Fab is going to look towards bot lane. Judgy might find himself in a little bit of trouble here. Does have that ult available, but he's going to choose to not go. Senna damage. Already starting to stack up with that Dirk.
Do we get a?
That's a big combo coming in from Rack. I don't think he's going to have the damage to finish off the Aurelia in the end, but
Oh, the stun lands. I think he
he's
has
going to stay on
auto.
top of her. The stun isn't going to land, but he's definitely going to have enough damage. Aurelia trying to use those Qs to heal off the wave. So much healing, the Aurelia ult's going to come in. And he's just about going to lose. I think the fact that that was even close is crazy, but it's another kill for Rack in top lane.
He missed the Q.
34 stacks on this setup. I don't know how good that is. That sounds okay. 4 stacks on Kindred as well. Does have that extra, what is it,
Range,
75
that's
range?
crazy.
I think
In
she
11
gets the
minutes.
first 4.
Could
Yeah, I
you
mean,
show us the
she's
gold
not...
difference? I
Yeah,
want to
if
see
you
the solo
press
lane.
X. But we're gonna have to interrupt you quickly as Moist Swan. John finds himself dead for a 4th time in this game.
Oh,
6 kills now collected for the Odyssey bot lane. This goalie spreading all over the map.
I feel like there's a lot. Oh,
I'm gonna start up this dragon. Second dragon of the game at 12 minutes. This lead is just growing bigger and bigger. Whibley really making Robbie's life hell in that mid lane.
yeah, and it's a cloud, which is fine, I think. Still, they were the Seraphine, Maokai.
Full pair of sword shoes ahead in mid lane.
Yeah, that's.
Like I said, this Ziggs poke, it's gonna start to stack up soon. Judgy not letting Senna get a word of this lane.
Oh my god.
Can we have a look at the Swain stacks if we can, Prod, whenever it goes back to that lane, but
Going in here? Why?
Encore is gonna come out and Moist Swan, he's just going to die again. I don't know what they were trying to do there. Crazy damage from Judgy. And it's an absolute disaster. Oh, the E just never moved just about.
Oh,
Not letting
that
out
was
to dust,
not the
but
play.
he's gonna be able to return the kill in the end. I don't know about that. A bit of a disaster for
I think
both
it was
teams
a
across
play
the
where it's
map.
like you want to get something done, you know?
Yeah. That bot lane engage was baffling.
That was just it. Like they were jumping in as if they had like Swain and Jarvan coming from the flank or something. But
19 stacks on the
Swain.
swing at 12 minutes, and Jenna,
Oh,
I think,
Narcos there.
might be able to look for something here, but the Mega Now is going to come out, and the healing off that Q
Oh,
is
no, that's too big
crazy. And the stun comes in as well. It's a good flash, and he's finally going to get that return kill onto Rack. Finds himself a window, and now that lead in top lane is it looks big in Aurelia's favor. I think the game is kind of drawn a lot closer together in the last few minutes. I think this Swain is going to be a total nightmare.
Yeah. Dust
I'm-
trying to gank
Yeah,
Swain
I was going to
too many
say,
times, it's just not-
I was going to say, like, your bot lane is so far ahead, your top lane is even winning. I don't think
Yeah.
you need to be playing around this Ziggs at all. I
Maybe
feel like
in
staying out of
early
lane and
stages
just
when Swain wasted flash, but I think
Yeah.
he should prioritize just going top lane to try and like neutralize the top neutralizing the relegated
Yeah.
because bot lane is so far ahead and they're kind of safe champions. They go Seraphine ult, Kindred ult, where they can most likely live. Oh,
The Demonic
and then
Ascension's
Seraphine
gonna come
ult.
out, and
Let's just
Ridley
shot.
is definitely going to fall here. So much healing on that Kindred, still has the Lance Respite available. And Judgy Rocks is going to root them, and the Encore comes out as well. Hits 4 people with it, but he's going to fall, but gets nuts out in the process. Zigzag gonna come in to inconvenience Cursed Tides a little bit, but the Swain shut down onto the Kindred, and I don't see any reason why Nuts can't completely take over this game now.
I really did get a huge shot down as well. 800 gold shot down from the
Oh, onto
Seraphine.
Seraphine. Oh, fair enough.
She had
Okay.
a lot of the kills, so.
The Herald going down into mid lane.
The gold lead has gone smaller, I believe. So.
Here's the thing with Helia and Seraphine. I'm not a Seraphine player, but by logic, I don't know how good that item is, considering how long the W cooldown is, and that's the only way you can assist your allies, I think, on Seraphine, isn't it? She doesn't have any other... Unless the ult procs it as well, I'm not sure.
I think the ult would proc it maybe, but I don't really.
Yeah, I don't know how much more value you get off that than Moonstone.
Yeah,
I could
as
be
long as she
completely
goes,
wrong about that,
yeah,
but
as
I'm
long as she
just
goes
assuming on
Violet,
the
then we're
cooldown.
fine.
Yeah. Based on the cooldown, I don't know how much value you get out of the, That's the point.
Summon Ares as well.
He does have the heal. He does have the summoner heal. But I think a little bit of downtime for a little bit. I think this 2 Drake advantage is going to be massive.
Yeah.
7
They
kills
also have
ahead, but the
ults
build
are
is
really
quite
good in
similar.
dragon fights with the Maokai.
And Robbie, he's just too far up in top lane.
Oh,
And
and it just
your
missed.
Relia ult's not going to be able to catch him out, but it's just... There's so
Wasted
many
that.
decisions that people are making this game, both teams, by the way, that are just baffling. Like, it's really, really weird.
Maybe when we go play and we're all just running down as well. They're like, what?
Yeah, no, watching games like this just makes me wonder,
Yeah.
like, am I constantly making decisions like
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. The bird's eye view is a lot
Yeah,
easier, you know? It's like what the fuck? I
yeah,
would never do that.
yeah,
Oh,
literally.
sorry.
But I think, I mean, Senna obviously will scale, but I feel like she might just be kind of locked out of this game until, like, at least, like, maybe 30, 40 minutes or something at this point. The Kench as well, just so weak. Whibley gonna find himself in a little bit of trouble here. He's gonna be locked up long enough, but he's healing so much from that Demonic Ascension. But he's going to fall all on his lonesome. And 3rd Drake of the game, quite comfortably, should be taken by Odyssey. You know, once Swain's dead, you just don't really have anything.
Yeah. Corellia is more of a side lane threat right now.
Yeah. And Odyssey and Nuts or War especially making a statement. Judgy too. Oh, that the bot lane collectively making a statement in this game.
And this is why I ranked them #1 preseason, man. They were doing stuff. But even though this Ziggs is behind, like the mid to late game, it's gonna be very useful.
He's gonna be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just the thing is he just can't die to the Aurelia or the Sway.
Yeah.
And if there's any risk of it, like giving up farm for that is completely fine.
Oh,
But Dusk,
big trouble.
finding himself in no man's land. I
No,
don't know how he managed to get out of that.
I think.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, Pep should have not EQ'd. He should have just like waited at the entrance. At least wasted a flash. Maybe he was worried that there was other people coming because they don't have
Yeah.
vision. Obviously, we
Thing
can
is,
see everything.
it's the gold lead doesn't look that big, but every fight just feels so doomed for Cursed Tides.
Yeah, it's just because
Maybe
it's the Kindred's ahead and Seraphine that they don't really have tools to deal with that unless like. No, because even if Jarvan gets a good EQ and ults the Kindred, she can just either ult or just Q out.
yeah, exactly.
And the Maokai and Gnar can just disrupt the backline. Like, it's kind of a hard game for Swain to like fully go in.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of
He's not
disengage in
quite
that
tanky enough
one.
or has the damage to like just run through everyone yet.
And Nuts is going to get caught out, and if he's going to die, this will be it. The Lamb's Respite is going to come out as well. Judgy, you need to get away. You're not saving Nuts. But the exhaust and everything, and he's going to fall. And Judgy, I feel like this death could have been very easily avoided, and it's gone from bad to worse. It's an absolute disaster. for Odyssey. All on maybe just going a little bit too far.
Yeah.
And
But it was a really nice EQ by Jana.
yeah, that's for sure, for sure. Yeah, very well capitalized on by Chris Stides, of course, but no, these mistakes just feel so avoidable. Like all of these deaths feel avoidable.
Yeah.
6 stacks now on that Kindred. Oh, she was going for a mark.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That makes that makes a lot more sense then. But
The only
maybe just a
sad
little bit
thing, I
ambitious.
guess, was that Feb unfortunately got the big shot down.
Yeah,
If I rarely got it, or
I
Swain
don't.
got it,
Yeah, I think
it's not
Aurelia
the
or Swain would
worst.
have been a lot more of a problem. The Swain is getting that Rylai's soon. Once he gets that, he is a lot more difficult to get away from,
What
especially
is...
with only 1 or 2 movement abilities for Odyssey.
Is Feb going for Shojin? Or I don't know, Black Cleaver, Focus, Warhammer?
Yeah, I'm really not sure at all. Actually, I have no idea what that is. Maybe it's
This
Shojin.
is...
I have seen Jarvan's go Shojin recently,
You
so
know,
it might
but
be.
is that the build path? I don't really build items that much.
I know. No, it is. It's
It is that, right?
yeah,
I built like once or
It
twice
is.
in Ezreal recently,
Not the
late
no
game.
magic, but that's just building into Merc treads
That's
for later.
Mercs, yeah, I would assume it's
Yeah,
Mercs. But
it's
that was
I
just...
think next patch they're replacing the Coalfields with a winged moonplate.
Yeah, I'm excited to try that on Ezreal.
Oh boy. But we have. I think it looks a lot better for Chris Stides than it has been for most of this game. I think this Kindred is still going to be a problem, but yeah, she's not
Yeah,
quite at those 2 items yet. Aurelia is.
yeah. The big issue is this Aurelia is stronger than
Farm.
she should have been
Yeah.
after the lead that Na had.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Swain shouldn't have been also this far ahead. They just kind of overforced the gank and
Yeah, I
just
was gonna
there.
say like it's you see your side lanes winning really strong, especially the bot lane. You see them with the
Oh,
leads, and then you take the swipe mid lane where Swain is a
I
lot
don't.
stronger than both of you.
Not sure if I like the purchase of Seraphine buying the entire healing reduction item. Tempting Fusion
Yeah,
Fire.
it's a
Maybe just buy the 800 gold one and then go into Rylai's. Because Rylai's looks
yeah.
so good.
Oh, but it's a flash in from the Maokai, and John's going to find himself in a lot of trouble here. The Encore does come out. Feb is here as well. The TP in from Aurelia too. And Feb's going to fall. This could be a big fight here for Odyssey, but Lamb's Respite's going to come out long enough just to keep Kindred alive. Swainwell's going to come. His flashes straight into the center of everything, doing so much damage to this entire team. Judgy keeping his whole team alive, but the Tom Kench eating the Swain is enough to keep him up. Nobody is focusing. Wibbly, he's healing for free off of everyone the entire fight. Mark getting focused down so hard and he's going to fall. And it's a 3-on-1, but the Swain is so strong. I don't think they can deal with it. Dusk, he's not going to be able to get away. Rack almost falling for that never move. Wibbly just was standing completely still, free tanking everything in that fight.
Yeah, the
No one
Tom
was
Kench
hitting
ult
him.
was also good.
Yeah, it was just a potential to keep him alive for so much longer as well. I think the Swain is really going to start becoming a real issue
Yeah.
for Odyssey. I don't know if it's beyond the point of not coming back against it, but it's
Yeah,
definitely really difficult.
Kindred has to be the one to deal with it. When they got Kindred, like the
Yeah,
Swain
and
just took
she's
over.
going to find us in a little bit of trouble here. Has to flash away. And Jarvan EQ's going to come over the wall. Judgy finds himself a little bit out of position, but not quite far enough that they get to punish it. Black is going to get caught by that never move. The Senate ult coming out as well. Nara's health completely gone. It's a big encore, but Wibbly's going to stop watching away. And Rack somehow manages to find Senna with that rock. And Feb is going to be the first to fall in this fight. This could be a soul point here for Odyssey. It's a 5 versus 3. Swain is still alive. Kench is going to go away. And the Cloud Soul being taken away from the Swain is a big deal. Don't know how much benefit they get from themselves, but they're going to take this fight. It's a 5-on-2 in bot lane. Wibbly running straight for Judgy Rocks, but he has enough damage to finish him off. Jonah going to go after Judgy next. Kept in place long enough to keep the Judgy alive. He gets knocked almost straight back into his Seraphine. And Judgy's going to fall. And I think this game just swung so heavily into Odyssey's favor. This is a... Now, I don't think it's looked this bad at any point for Chris Ties.
I think this time they did better in terms of using the big ultimates on the Swain.
Back? Almost back to the tower there. Gonna get this tower in bot lane. Another 550 gold. Not quite yet. Judgy's. I thought he might stay and go for that, but he's gonna cut his losses and get out early. And Robbie almost getting caught out by that route. Senna is just so far behind.
I feel like it's that stage of the game where Rally really can't team fight well. It's like very hard for her unless she gets
This is this is where Reddy's game gets really, really difficult. You're right.
She should be. I feel like they should be looking to let this Aurelia split more because there's no one that can really deal with the 1v1 besides the Kindred maybe. But they keep trying to team fight because of the Swain.
Yeah, Joji did end up catching the Rylai's in the end.
Yeah, I think now it's going to be a lot more useful.
Yeah.
But even last team play was, I don't know, Joji kind of 1v9 this game.
Yeah, he is. He's reminding everyone of his actual ability after maybe a week one that he wouldn't be particularly proud of. But I think he to be fair, watching those games, it did feel like there wasn't much he could have done in a lot of those games. Like it did look a bit rough. I don't think it was 100% down to mistakes and whatnot, but.
It's like when you make this
finds a little bit of trouble again here. The twist advancing to come out in the encore as well, not going to catch anyone at all.
That is too big.
That's a lot of ults gone. Yeah, that's a big economy gone. And Junna gonna pick up the free gold from the spot lane tower. They're trying to stay close to this Baron. They do have the TPs available on both Robbie and Rack, and I stand completely corrected. That is a. It's a TP, alright. It's a TP. Rack still has that available, but I think all TP's up now, except for Robbie's, actually.
Yeah, the Ziggs is scaling now, so he'll start doing a lot of damage.
I don't think Dusk and Rack have the damage to kill that guy.
No, not with his ult. They need.
Both teams.
They just allow
vision around that Baron.
His ult.
Junna is bot lane, and now you have one less TP to deal with this. Robbie's going to go down there, and you might just be able to TP up and take this 4v5 if you're Cursed Tides, but
they have Swain backing it backed and Jarvan just back, so I doubt they're looking for anything right now. Seraphine is a bit pushed up, so maybe they might look on her. But they have no vision, so they might be worried.
This 6 damage is really starting to stack up. I think he was actually 0-3 at one point, wasn't he? Now he's 2-3-2.
I believe so. He was definitely 0-2.
Yeah. It's only gonna get easier for him, I think, as this game goes on.
Yeah. Any Seraphine stack checkers? I mean, not Seraphine, Senna. But actually, he's struggled to get stacks at this stage. 91. Oh. Actually, not bad. I think they
have accelerated a lot. I thought they had a lot less than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's those big team fights where she just got loads of free stacks.
Yeah. I mean, she's going to be strong regardless. Like, she does. There is a point where the Senna becomes a nightmare, but I just wonder if the game goes on long enough to happen.
It's more for the squishes. She's got the Eclipse, okay? She's...
Yeah. I mean, this Kindred... It feels like, based on how lane went, she should have more than 2.5 items by now, but...
She unfortunately didn't get that many kills, though. She has a lot of
Oh,
stacks.
yeah, she didn't pick up those kills, did she?
She has 11 assists, yeah.
And Odyssey teasing Cursed Tides for the potential of this Baron play.
But
Woodley not taking damage, really. And Dusk, he might be caught out here. The Twisted Advance is going to try and keep him alive for a little bit longer. The TP is going to come in here. This could be a big fight. Dusk is just going to get away with his life. The flash ult from Junna not going to land. That's a big encore. It's a 3-man encore from Judgy Rocks. Not enough to go in. It's a huge EQ flash from February 14th, but he's just going to die immediately. Tom Kemp is going to go in with a W on his own. It's the Jarvan cage, and he's going to fall. There's just too much damage. Judgy continues on with this onslaught. Not going to be able to land that E, but this Swain's Demonic Ascension is still available. Or no, it's not, sorry. There's about 20 seconds on that.
I wonder if that re-engage was desperation after Dusk lived, but I was going to say, this Kindred, his ults have been very clean, although he didn't ult last time.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the Baron, and...
The Baron for Odyssey in this game, looking like it's getting out of reach for Cursed
This is where
Tides.
Ziggs really starts to shine with the sieging. He has the
Hmm.
turrets. Like, I'm not. I think they just need to look to send in one fight when they get a good angle,
Yeah,
because
I
they
think
cannot
that
handle a
might have been
siege.
it. Yeah,
Because
that might have been the
Swain's
angle,
wave
but
clear isn't that great versus this comp where he just gets outranged. It's only really Senna, but she's so behind the Baron minion wave.
yeah, yeah, the Knight's Vow
Yeah.
for Dusk on this Kindred as well is really big. Joshi actually having the game of his life, by the way.
Yeah,
It's very. He's been playing fantastic. The Elder is up,
the
and
3-1-0 was very clean.
this is going to decide the game, I think. If
Oh, but that
anything,
Maokai ult is.
the Twisted Advance is going to come in. This fight starts. Nuts getting some free damage here onto the Thumb Kench. Smack hitting absolutely no damage. Encore goes a little bit wide. It's a big ult from Feb, but there's just too much damage and too much healing. Cursed Tides are just getting completely stat checked. The Lamb's Respite keeps him alive just a little bit longer. And that is most definitely going to be that. That fight, not for 1 second, looked close. And they're
I feel
just
like
going to
I'm
go
have
straight for the end.
a few angry CT fans at me, calling the team broken.
I think Odyssey, after like we said a few times, after this week one, it's an ideal opening to this weekend.
Yeah.
A team that are largely favourites to win all of UNL, a statement win,
Yeah.
and we now know to ban the Kindred against
Yeah,
Odyssey.
because
We've had the guinea pigs have been tested, and we know what to do.
yeah.